Hey guys, first of all, let me say this is my first day back in the country, waking up back in my home, back in the United States in over a week. That is why I did not do the moon reading. I was prepared to do it. I brought several decks with me, my tablet, my laptop, my separate camera, and the Wi-Fi that I was supposed to have, which was supposed to be just like at home. So I paid for the premium and all that kind of stuff. It was not. It was extremely limited, and I just didn't feel like fighting with it to get the reading up while I was in Bermuda. And I felt like that would actually be like counterproductive. Like it's a spiritual thing. Why am I going to fight against the current basically and against what's happening? So that's why I didn't do the moon reading. However, I'm here today. Today is Sunday, October 30th. So we're about a week into those energies with like another week left remaining of the new moon itself and several months of the solar eclipse energy that will continue to be felt. So I still wanted to do like a little check-in. And this video, I don't expect will be very long. Then do this one, and then I'm going to work on the weekly reading, and then some client readings, I hope. So, starting with the Hermit here. Here we got the Hierophant. And here we got the High Priestess. So you may have noticed, these are all Major Arcana cards. Each deck that I shuffled, we ended up with a Major Arcana card at the top. And they're all like these extremely spiritual characters, right? The Hermit, the Hierophant, the High Priestess. The Hierophant is actually considered in some decks and called, titled in some decks, the High Priest, like her counterpart, the High Priestess's counterpart. Although some people say that her counterpart is the Magician, and maybe there's both. Maybe she's got two, because there's a lot of that going on. I want to do a video about that too. Maybe I'll squeeze that in to what I'm doing this weekend, or what I'm trying to do this weekend. Anyway, these are all people who are potentially have been keeping to themselves, particularly the Hermit and the High Priestess, and maybe keeping to themselves for the purposes of working on some sort of business. Okay, in this case, maybe that business involves something, not only something legal, but like divorce. If not divorcing yourself in a marriage or separating yourself from a long-term relationship, like sort of cutting off ties and divorcing yourself from some other contract that was not like in your favor, some other like legal agreement or something like that. Some people are trying to get themselves out of, and it could have been something like even like a music contract. Like maybe you're a rapper. I met some really cute young rappers from Tennessee during the cruise, and actually like really met them because we had been like seeing each other all week and saying hello, being cordial, but I hadn't really sat down and talked to them to the very last day of the cruise. Ended up going to their room and their suite and hanging out and whatnot. So maybe that's why I just thought about rappers. But, sometimes, rappers or people of color, black entertainers in particular, end up with some really shitty contracts. So this could be somebody trying to get out of something like that, even if it's not in that industry, some other deal that just wasn't right. Even if it was just like a small, like a shake of the hand deal with somebody that you know personally, it wasn't in your favor and you want out. And so they're being allowed an opportunity now to get out. And here's another very spiritual Major Arcana card. So isn't it funny that even when I picked this up, it revealed another Major Arcana card and then yet another Major Arcana card under that. The Hangman, also somebody very spiritual who's possibly been keeping to himself to think something through. He may not have had a choice of whether or not to spend time alone or to spend time thinking, because something, that was moving that may have gotten stopped. This is a card that's often about like, some sort of interruption that leaves you in a feeling like you're in a place like in limbo, a waiting period, a holding pattern, or something like that. But yeah, it can often have to deal with you thinking something through spiritually. Maybe that's what you're breaking from. You're breaking from your old like religious practices or family values, whatever morality or ideology you believed in, breaking away from that for something that's more spiritual and more non-traditional and more of your own, creation, or maybe co-creation with another person. The Hierophant is about traditional values, or tradition, period. The Devil is about fear and restriction and feeling tied to something, and like you're out of opportunities. And again, the Hangman is often about feeling like you're in a place of limbo and some sort of like spiritual journey, ascension period or something. Hierophant most directly represents the sign of Taurus. The Devil most directly represents the sign of Capricorn. And the Hangman most directly represents the sign of Pisces. So alternatively, there could be a situation, or maybe both, alternatively, there could be a situation involving a Taurus, Capricorn, and or Pisces, or both. Maybe you are linked to somebody and you want to break away from them, and you're a Taurus and they're a Capricorn, or whatever. Or you have these strong traits in your in your chart, your birth chart, or something like that. These also, what was just coming to me? This is often a card of marriage. It's a part of higher, institutions and contracts and things. So it is often a card of marriage as well. And again, with the Devil, it can be like a representation of toxic marriage, or a marriage that you're really feeling trapped in, like you're unable to be yourself, and that may even if it's not a romantic marriage, like if it's not a romantic linking, so we can use the word marriage kind of loosely. Maybe it's something with your family, between you and your parents, or you and your children, or whatever, where you're saying like, I want to live my life differently now. And maybe that's causing you to have to break ties in some way, whether you're ending the relationship or not. Behind that, it's weird that I started in the middle too. Behind that is the Seven of Wands, which is a card of sort of like guarding yourself, like protecting yourself, and decisions you've made, and not letting anybody like twist your arm and change your mind about things that are for you, what's for you and what's not for you. Behind that, I could go on for days, I guess. Behind that is another major arcana card. It is the Tower, and it's in reverse. So the Tower in reverse. The Tower is the card that's about something that is life-changing, whether it's an actual event that occurs, or it's like an idea, a concept, a revelation that you have, that you decide to follow through on, and that changes your life in some way. With it in reverse, the strength is lessened. So, it could be something that's life altering that you don't even notice, like you don't even realize the impact in that moment of what's going to happen to your life, how it's going to be different. But, turns out to be very, very different. It's subtly, you know what I mean? I hope I'm explaining myself good. I'm also picking up now that this could have something to do with money, and or a home situation, like somebody's foundation, a job, or whatever. And maybe you have previously been feeling stuck in a situation. Spirit really wants you, God, the universe really wants you to continue to defend yourself, like you are on the right side of it, even if the other people that are coming after you are like some sort of big bad like corporation or a larger entity than yourself. You are on the right side of this, and meant to keep fighting for yourself and defending yourself. Could be a situation that's financial, like something went on with a job, a loss of a job or something, and maybe it feels like the world is against you, or somebody's putting out something against you. Maybe dark energy, dark magic. Dark marriage was coming out of my mouth. So again, maybe there's a toxic relationship too with somebody that's going on. Maybe you're dealing with several things at once. Like I'm trying to keep my job together and work on that, and my relationship is in the toilet, and this is happening, and so you're just feeling like it's you against the world. But Spirit is with you. Okay, and you are meant to continue to defend yourself, and you will come out on top of this thing. So that's that. I did not mean to spend so much time on just one little pile here. I just want to make sure I'm keeping them in order. The next card is the Queen of Cups, also in reverse. So again, it could be something that involves some emotion, which a job or a house, a relationship, like any of those things could have. You could feel emotion about it, feel emotional ties to it. And the Queen of Cups does most directly represent the Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio. So since we're dealing with that, this reading is going to be, and I'm going to call some sort of quick check-in as to the Scorpio moon and partial solar eclipse energies, although I did not do it when I normally would have. Still considering this a check-in on that now. So now for this middle pile, we have the Two of Pentacles at the top of the deck. Somebody could be juggling, weighing a decision, you know, so you're like weighing your options and you're juggling, or somebody could be literally juggling things in their life, and they may need to put something down. Maybe it's one too many things, or relationships, people, and they need to make some sort of decision. We'll get more into that in a second. Isn't this interesting? Another Seven of Wands. So again, coming right after this major arcana card, the Hermit, which most directly represents the sign of Virgo, and is about somebody who's been keeping to themselves, maybe you know, keeping things quiet, maybe not speaking so much, not communicating so much. He does have a star. I don't know if you're able to see it on camera, but if you have one of these decks and you want to look very closely into his lantern, there's a star there. So he's like wishing and hoping for something, and or someone, maybe a relationship with someone, and he's shining a light on it. Like, even if he's been keeping to himself, he has been watching this thing or this person and trying to manifest it. And he continues to do that. He's like standing in snow or on ice. You know, so it's like when you put something on ice, it's like it's like he shelved himself, kind of. You know what I mean? And maybe for the purposes of thinking something through, going within, doing what they call introspection, and making a decision about something or someone. And then again, the guidance is to defend that decision. There is some sort of new opportunity that wants to come through for you, and some movement. But, you know, you have to look opening to another High Priestess as well. It may have something to do with the High Priestess, because I did point out that the two piles were there next to each other. Well, this one was from over here. But the two piles that were next to each other before were the High Priest and the High Priestess. I'm still getting something about these two, though, even though his back is turned. Sometimes the High Priestess can be about being ghosted. So that may be what happened. The Hermit may have ghosted someone who is a High Priestess, most directly a Gemini or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, female. Sometimes their relationship can be one of what they call like taboo, you know, one's black, one's white, you know, something like that, or there are two different religions, or you know, different morality, again, ideology, spiritual beliefs, age gap, or something. But she is often someone who keeps things to herself too. You know, she moves in silence, as they say. So she may have been ghosted, or she may have ghosted this guy, or they may have mutually gone quiet on each other. I mean, they're both very spiritual beings. Maybe they felt each other's energy and they both withdrew, or they're mirroring each other, projecting upon one another. In either case, what he could be trying to weigh here is whether or not to move toward this relationship, which again may be considered non-traditional for them, or you know, something that the people around them wouldn't necessarily like. And she, if she moves forward with it, I think if he approached her, she would. But then she's not going to tell anybody about it. And the same goes for him. If it doesn't have anything to do with her, if this is like both one person's energy, like you are both the Hermit and the High Priestess, and you've been doing some introspection, and now you want to get moving. The idea is to keep what you've decided to do under wraps until you have it underway. Because anybody that finds out about it, even somebody that you consider is supposed to be your friend, or somebody who loves you or cares about you or whatever, just their jealousy alone could be, you know, the negative energy that gets put out there that would cause some sort of delay or problem in what it is you're trying to manifest, whatever this star is, again. So like you start to work on it yourself, put it in motion, and then when it can't be messed up by anybody, if you want to go ahead and share it with people, then you should. Actually, this my ex isn't even speaking to me, but he is a Virgo, and a lot of the stuff that I experienced, like prior, I see it, I guess, showing up in the cards for other people, you know, later, some later time. This one wasn't that long ago. This was maybe a month ago, though. We were not speaking, but I had this dream about him, or that he was in, and he had won some money in like a lottery or something, or he had gotten like a promotion or a bonus or something, and he and I were together in a relationship in the dream, or very close, you know, friends or something. Whatever the reason, I was there with him, and I was coming from a place of where I knew this information, or felt entitled to know this information, and did know this information about him, that he'd won the lottery or he'd done whatever. But he was calling someone on the phone to tell them about it, or somebody had called him and he was telling them about it. And it was a man, from what I think I remember about the dream, a male figure, person that he was talking to. And I said to him, like, why are you telling them? Like, don't tell them. Like, I was being like this high priestess, which, well, you can see I do consider myself a high priestess, as do my kids. My daughter made this for me a couple years ago. Anyway, so I felt compelled, even though he were not speaking, to text him that. Like, if you are coming into some kind of abundance, good luck, wish fulfillment, I don't know what it is, but I just had this dream, and I have to tell you, don't tell anybody. So it could be something like that too. Look, it's something celebratory, it's something good, something positive is happening. Something is successfully being manifested. Maybe there is a second chance, something that you thought was dead, a second chance for something to come back around. You see the Hierophant showing up again in this deck now too, but he's now in reverse in this deck. You know, so maybe there is an opportunity for something to come around, whether it's a relationship or a job or whatever. And just like the Ace of Wands, that are the other indication of opportunity, was in reverse. These two are in reverse, but the Judgment in reverse for me doesn't mean anything. It's still Judgment, which is about abundance that's earned, something you deserve is coming your way, something you successfully manifested, something, and it's coming your way, okay? Or something's coming back around, something that was like an opportunity that was missed or taken from you, you know, somehow it's coming back around to you, okay? And it could involve it could involve you having to be non-traditional, or it could be a non-traditional type of situation or job. So maybe something that people wouldn't normally expect you to do, but what you want to do. Look, there's another Devil too. The same card just showing up like in every deck. But something or somebody doesn't want to give up on you, or you don't want to give up on something or somebody. Because with the Three of Wands is another card of manifestation. It's here in reverse. Could involve a King of Pentacles. We just saw previously the Hermit, the Devil, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh, so the Hierophant too, Taurus. So there's a lot of very heavy, strong earth energy coming out here. King of Pentacles now, and then we have Justice behind him. And then the Ace of Pentacles also. Now opposite this Hermit. So maybe most directly a Virgo. Could be with whom this resonates. But again, all of the earth signs are showing up. More, again, new opportunity, emotional fulfillment, something that will make you very happy, but you have to be ready to make a decision. The star, the successful manifestation of the star that was in the Hermit's lantern, is he's bringing it about, or he has the ability to bring it about. Here he is. Whether he's in reverse or up or upright doesn't make a difference either. Particularly with regard to romantic relationships, it has to do with an ex usually, like going back to an ex. So it could be something like, you know, and this could be maybe he's been, again, keeping to himself, but now he's ready to put his guard down maybe, and to be emotional, or to share his feelings with this ex so that they can have an opportunity, you know, because he doesn't want to miss this opportunity. He has been the one who's been manifesting it. I'm using he because the Hermit is a male character on the card, but of course this could be any gender, any sexuality, any makeup, you know. You could be both trans and heterosexual, you know what I'm saying? Just to give you an idea, like, you know, it's for everybody. Okay. Yeah, this is real emotional fulfillment, something that you really, really wanted, coming to you, coming true, if you have faith. And if you make the decision, you know, to do it. It's like, ultimately, we have free will, is basically the message. But there is an opportunity for you to turn this Ace of Wands upright. There's the King of Pentacles again, even after I shuffle. Let me cut this one. Six of Cups in reverse. So it could involve something or someone from your past as well. You may have to have a challenging conversation, or maybe difficult for you to communicate. But this, when the Six of Cups is in reverse, there is something that has to be talked about. So again, whether it's a romantic relationship or it's something familial, a lot of times this has to do with parent and child for me, or between something going on between siblings or something. It could be a difficult conversation that needs to be had. Maybe something involving a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone like into those traits or attributes. But that difficult conversation with the Five of Wands in reverse is a conversation that not only needs to be had, but even as challenging or difficult as it may be to say some of the things or to hear some of the things, will make the relationship better, stronger, or will make the situation better, and make you stronger and the other person stronger, even if it means parting ways. Like, this is how you like actually resolve the conflict, is by going ahead and having the conversation. You end up better for it, and then that will close the cycle of whatever this was. That will close the cycle, and then you have the new thing, right? With Major Arcana card 21, and we're getting all these Major Arcana cards. So again, this is very strong energy. This is very this is energy of spirit, energy of God, energy of the universe, like things that are beyond our control. All that's within our control is how we respond to it, how we react to it. That's where the free will comes in. So it's like, I'm laying all this stuff before you, right? This is like what God's saying, what the universe is saying. I'm laying all this stuff before you. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to, choose to pick it up or not, though. All right. So that's our decision. There could be an apology that's coming, or that needs to be made. Maybe that's part of this difficult conversation, trying to figure out how to apologize, how to say something. And again, it could definitely have to do with a romantic relationship, and maybe some sort of divine counterparts, with the Lovers showing up, the Fool. Okay, you need to take a leap of faith. Devil's here. That's the fear, but you really want to move on. And I really feel like for somebody, there is, again, maybe male, female, that this person, this he, wants to take this she, whether that's what they really are or not, in real life, and travel and, go to sunny places and vacation and spend time together. But like, he wants to be the one to do it, like to lead. You see, he's rowing the boat. And again, it may have to do with people in a relationship, or that had a past relationship, that are needing to come back together, or wanting to come back together. Just had the Knight of Cups fall away in reverse. Knight of Cups is another card that for me is often involves an ex. And here we go with the Major Arcana again. Now opening to Justice in this deck. We just saw Justice in this deck a moment ago. Page of Cups in reverse. Somebody needs to take some chances, have some fun, loosen up, drop their guard, be more vulnerable. Ace of Swords, clarity, truth, justice. Another Three of Cups, celebration, reuniting with someone or something from your past. Let me cut there. Because I still haven't started this reading that I said was going to be quick. I do want to make it quick, but not rushed. You know what I mean? Yeah, quick but not rushed. I'm not sorry that I went through those cards. So now we got a 6 here too, the 6 of Pentacles. And this can be about feelings of unequal treatment. Unequal treatment. I can't talk today. Maybe I'm one of the people that needs to communicate or is having trouble communicating. Unequal treatment, right? Imbalance. And it looks like somebody's wanting to fix that, you know, and again, they're coming with some sort of offer. Like this time, it's going to be even. It's going to be fair. I'm going to treat you how you treat me. I'm going to put as much into it as you've put into it. I'm going to match your energy. And, you know, you can match mine. And again, it may involve a Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn, or someone like into those traits or attributes. And or a job. You know, if this is something, if you feel like you haven't been getting the abundance that you do, haven't been getting your worth, okay, here's a more appropriate offer. Or you're unemployed or something. Here's an offer because you're deserving of success. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles, again, involving maybe a decision or making time for all the things in your life that you want to be able to do. You're juggling maybe your personal life between your work, or maybe like you need to get your priorities in order, possibly. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups. Again, this is abundance. This is possibly a relationship. And King of Cups in reverse is somebody who's willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. So in this case, if he's going after some sort of financial abundance, he's going to bust his ass to achieve it, to get it. Justice is here in his favor. If it's something having to do with a relationship, he's going to bust his ass. He's going to share his emotions. He's going to put them out there, put everything on the table, let it spill out, make an offer, make an apology, and again, match your energy. All right, so now, just want to get a card from each for the general energy that this Scorpio, new moon, and eclipse. That's too many. Okay, so I'll take these 2 that fell out upright. Oh, 3. 3. 2 sevens and a King of Cups. That's still kind of too many. I just wanted one from each deck, but it is what it is. General energy that is still to come from this moon. The 7s are popping up a lot. 7 of Cups here too. Oh, I meant to mention before, I was feeling that the letters in here mean something. So the B, the J, or maybe even T, O, or R could be significant to someone as well. All right. That one was quick. We end up with the Page of Cups here at the bottom now. Page of Cups. So this is something positive. This is an offer. This is movement. Maybe even a new car. Or again, traveling. Judgment. Something that we deserve. Something that we've earned. Abundance that is earned on its way. Could definitely have to do with something financial, with being able to take care of ourselves, being able to provide for ourselves, you know, or working in our home, doing something in our home, again, maybe getting a new home or remodeling or making things ready for the holidays, decorating, again, just doting on ourselves. As opposed to like the Queen of Cups, for example, right? The Queen of Pentacles does believe in nurturing herself and other people too. The Queen of Cups sometimes forgets about herself. And then when she ends up in reverse, it's because she ends up in sort of like this, what about me sort of place. I'm always doing everything for everybody else and no one does anything for me. And it's kind of like, well, you in part contributed to that because sometimes you OD when you are doing stuff for everybody else. So it can sometimes put people in a place like, what, like I don't have to, like they just, it's not that they intentionally are trying to hurt you or not do things for you, but sometimes when you are the person that does everything, you just become that for everybody. You know what I mean? The person that does everything. And so that people don't realize that they're hurting you by not of their own accord and voluntarily doing something for you instead. Okay, anyway, Page of Wands, again, new opportunities, travel, job offers, all these things. If it is a job, it's going to be one that, you know, it's going to be like the kind of job you want. Maybe it's working with cars. Maybe it's working with motorcycles or something. Maybe it's working with travel. Maybe it involves, travel. It involves you having to travel, you know. Maybe you're a travel agent. Maybe you're working on a cruise ship. You're a student. You're going to become a stewardess. I don't know. But it's all these things that are possible with the Page of Wands. Okay, some sort of new opportunity. Again, when you get the opportunity, keep it to yourself. Until you begin to put things, because there are people out there wanting to take it from you, wanting to, you know, make you, lack confidence in yourself, lack self-esteem, or in your relationship, you know, like put doubt and fear in your head. Maybe because with the Seven of Swords, it can be about somebody causing you to lose something, or including yourself. You could be the someone that caused you to lose something, or having something like taken from you, stolen. Can have to do with distrust and disloyalty and things like that. So sometimes, again, even if people love us, they get sort of jealous, and maybe even unconsciously will try to put negative talk, or, you know, to get us to not do what it is we want to do, what we feel will make us happy. And, you know, in that sense, they're taking something from us, even if it's non-tangible. It's not something that you can hold in your hand. It's happiness, it's joy that you're causing me to lose out on. And I'm helping you to do it because I'm following along with you. But meanwhile, I'm the King of Cups. I get what I want, you know, and I'm an emotional person. I'm you know, but my emotions are, or I'm not afraid to share my emotions. I understand them. I understand my masculine half, my feminine half, and I'm, you know, balanced in that way, and I'm together, and I'm ready to do something. I'm loving, I'm romantic, I'm giving, I'm very charitable. But I'm ready to put my guard down somewhat if it does have to do with a relationship, and to be a little bit more vulnerable than I have in the past. Because yes, while having all these emotions and everything in check, I don't always share them with other people. I'm sort of ready to do that now. Okay. This may specifically be a Pisces. I was just guided to really hone in on the fish around his neck. And then this little fish here peeking too. If it's not involving a Pisces, or, I mean, this could be any water sign, obviously. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces too. But if it's not about that, this person, I'm getting like they could be very fertile. Or, you know, the two of you could be very fertile. Maybe literally in terms of making babies. If you don't want that, maybe you should protect yourself during this period too. But also just like able to, I guess, co-create abundance. And you see there's a ship with 3 sails. So it's sort of like the ship's coming in from the 3 of Wands. It's also red, like the fire and signs are represented by red. So this is like a 3 of Wands. It's also with him. Something is coming in that's successfully being manifested also. So that's our general energy. And like community. What can we expect there? Like the people around us, surrounding energy, which I always like to do in my readings too. Surrounding energy. 3 of Wands. So again, I feel like somebody doesn't want something to be over that maybe previously ended with you. All right, they rather sort of double back. All of these cards are like they're coming back and facing the Ace of Wands, which is now upright with the King of Pentacles behind it. It could still be, like I said, like a job or something, an opportunity that maybe has decided they want you back, or they want you, period. And so here it is. And again, this is going to be something lucrative, but if it is a relationship, you know, it's going to be an abundant relationship. This person wants to give to you, wants to provide for you, wants to be generous with you. You know, this is security, this is stability, this is long-term, something that's wanting to come at you. It may come as a shock. Like, again, I thought this was over. And then, you know, it comes back. So that's surrounding energy. Did I take one from each? I just did surrounding energy with 1 pile. Surrounding energy. What else we gotta... Do we need to know about surrounding energy? I'll take this one that's sticking up. It's the Hermit. It's the Hermit. So what we need to know about surrounding energy, again, this somebody is, this could be you, very much meant to think something through and make a decision about something and then take an opportunity, a new opportunity, and not be afraid to jump at this new opportunity. And it may be involving like just a spiritual path. That may be what the opportunity is. It could be something that started in the past, right? We have the 6 of Cups and we have the Page of Wands in reverse, both of which can be, particularly for me, at least in my readings, about something that was in the past. Something faded, maybe something that you walked away from or walked away from you, a person, place, or thing that is now, again, coming back around if you decide you're willing to allow it to, or that you want to go after it. There's an opportunity. And again, with the Hermit, if it has to do with love and romantic relationships, it very possibly has to do with an ex as well. You're deciding whether or not you want to go back into the past, all right, and finish something you started in the past with someone, an ex. You have to make that decision for yourself if you're prepared to take this leap. But again, the universe, God, spirit supporting you taking this leap. But it is up to you and your free will. I don't know why I put these. Let me put these back with their decks. I might as well. Okay. All right. That was easy that time. Surrounding energy from this deck is success, is that of success, is that of triumph, and again, having successfully manifested something. This is about rewards, accolades, recognition. If you have been in a relationship, maybe you've been like a sneaky link or something. This is people, this is, this person maybe deciding with the 7 of Cups, deciding to finally let people know, nah, this is my woman or this is my man or whatever it is. I'm putting it out there. It's not a secret anymore. This is, like I said, recognition, rewards, awards, accolades, success, money, abundance, love. This is winning. Okay, so that's what we have in the surrounding energy. I'll just keep this same deck out again and do finance now. Specifically, work, finance, money. What is this solar eclipse and new moon in Scorpio bringing to us? One flipped over. Where is it? Oh! And everything is fine sticking up. Do you see that? So again, a new opportunity. And it may be something that we have wanted, that we're specifically manifesting, or look, the 6 of Wands is back too. So again, this is successful. This is something that is coming our way, and it's ours for the taking. And we're going to have to believe, as long as we believe in ourselves, and or again, the relationship, the situation. The 2 of Wands is about faith. The Page of Wands is about the opportunity presenting itself, and the 6 of Wands is about winning. And even if you feel like, maybe things aren't right, maybe things aren't working, I'm not going to win. Again, this is about faith, so you have to believe that you will. And then we have everything is fine showing up. So that was finance from there. A job. Okay. That was easy too. We got the Page of Pentacles here. It did fall out in reverse, so somebody could be worried about money and finance right now, or they could be unemployed or underemployed and concerned because of that, or just not feeling as stable as they possibly could. You might feel like you need to make a heart versus head decision about something. The Hangman is about decision often too, and this time he's in reverse, so like having figured out what it is he wants to do. The Lovers can be about that sort of heart versus head pull. But if whatever this is, if you work at it, okay, again, this is going to be successful for you. So if it's about a new job, accept it. If it's about looking for a job and you've just been feeling like, again, things haven't been coming, or maybe you should change where you're looking, change your industry or something like that. Whatever you decide to do is going to be fine. But like the universe is going to meet you where you're at, meet you halfway if you decide to have the faith and to make that move. We got the Five of Swords in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. Another Lover is in reverse. So again, this another Five of Wands in reverse, but the Justice upright again in our favor. So this job may involve if you're having trouble at work, it may involve a Queen of Wands or Queen of Wands type, maybe specifically a female and or light-haired, older woman at the job. And this may be somebody who's normally helpful, like you already work with her. She may be normally helpful, but something's up with her and she's acting like a bitch. And she may be causing you problems or blaming you for something. But again, she's not going to be successful with what she's trying to put in people's ear. Right? This would be upright, you having the conflict or whatever. This is in reverse. This gets turned around. And the heart versus head feelings may be your decision about how you feel about her after this, and whether you can continue with her. But again, the conversation can cause resolution with the Five of Wands in reverse. And we do have Justice in your favor, showing up there. Alternatively, this could be somebody who has been through it themselves in general, and so she's a certain kind of way. Maybe she's bitter, but she may be the person that's in a position to do the hiring or to do the promotion or to do whatever. So you're just going to, again, put your best foot forward, have faith in yourself, have confidence, and expect, success. That's in your finances. If it's just about money, like you've just been concerned about money, worried about money, maybe that Queen of Wands is you. You're feeling upside down because you've just been worried. Again, we have things that had been in conflict no longer. It may involve you making a decision. You may be who ends the conflict again, and it could be a heart versus head decision that helps you to end the conflict. But again, Justice is in your favor. Love, relationships, romantic Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Did you see it get stuck there? Didn't want to move any further. Maybe an actual Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, perhaps younger than you. This is somebody making you an offer, maybe even just asking you to go on a date, or sending you a nice text or something. But again, this person ultimately is somebody who's ready. They're not a page. This is just representative of an offer. They are they've reached a king status, even if they had been a page. Maybe it does involve an ex again, or somebody from your past, and they had been a page and behaving like a page, but they're coming back as a king. The Page of Pentacles is often about an apology. So you could be getting both, like some sort of, I'm sorry, and can we go out? Can I take you out so we can talk and get closer, or whatever it is, from this King of Cups. And you may be, currently, until that happens, this Empress that is in reverse. And maybe you were in reverse because, again, you were an Empress and they were acting like a page before. So they weren't coming to you nearly as correct as necessary. The Empress is like all of the queens combined. As is the High Priestess. Like, there's only one Empress and there's only one High Priestess. So if somebody's coming to you as a page, they're not like on your level. But again, this is the conversation that needs to be had with the Page of Swords. This is that conversation actually bringing you to resolution. And despite all the shuffling and cutting that I did, the world is still here behind this Five of Wands. Again, you have the difficult conversation, then you're going to get that cycle that had been going on that was maybe challenging and problematic, that comes to an end. There's the new beginning. Boom, in love. Very positive. And that's what I have. For you with this reading. I think we covered all the areas, right? Oh, I want to do I do want to do like what blessing we can expect in particular by the full moon. Full moon will be in Taurus, I think. Right, the last one was in Aries. This one should be in Taurus then. Can we get one from here? Let me get one. Maybe they don't want to give me one. Okay. Okay. I'll cut my losses at 2. I wanted to go for 3 originally, but I fantasize about kissing you. You are my happy thought. Receiving a text message from you always brightens my day. All right. What blessing can we expect by the full moon? Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment, something that you've been trying to manifest. Maybe getting pregnant, maybe getting married. Maybe for financial abundance, the Empress is representative of abundance. Maybe success in some other area. The Empress also represents for me the planet Venus, which is the ruler of the signs of Taurus. No, I almost said Virgo, so maybe there's something in here for Virgo too. Taurus, Libra, and Gemini. The star represents the sign of Aquarius most directly. Then we have the page again, which is again Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So something could definitely be involving, you know, those signs in particular. Maybe specifically a female in particular from those signs, and it's because a decision has been made. Somebody's put some real thought into it and real focus on it, and it may have to do with your spiritual life, whether it's a spiritually based relationship, or job, or just again about you manifesting. That can be where the spirituality comes in, but this is major wish fulfillment, and it's the star that was inside the hermit's lantern. What can we... It's the 6 of Pentacles, again, showing up in reverse. So we have the King of Pentacles that's here in reverse as well. So we do have maybe specifically a King of Pentacles who's just wanting to make things right. Wanting to do right by you. Wanting to do justice by you. So what that means energetically, like as in, you know, like you getting your just due and getting a job or a situation like that, or it has to do with relationship and another person wanting to, you know, treat you more fairly. Again, this is something they've been wanting to try to work at. They may have been on a break from you. They wanted to come out of this break with the sun in reverse. And again, I do think that this is somebody who wants to like maybe travel with you to sunny and happy places. And maybe you were giving all that kind of, you know, very bright and loving and light energy, and maybe they weren't giving you that before. They were like sort of breadcrumbing you, and so there's a change. That's the blessing that's coming for you, for some of us, somebody, by the new moon, by the full moon, I'm sorry, in Taurus. This could also be representative of the Taurus energy itself, right? The Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, represented by the King of Pentacles. And like behind this Ace of Swords, you know, very appropriately, we have the 10 of Swords. So it's like there was something challenging, there was hurt, there was betrayal, there was loss, there was separation, whatever it was. That is what is, you know, whether it's separation from money and a job, you know, or separation from a person, or loss like a relationship, that's what is coming to an end. The 10 of Swords is the card that belongs before the Ace, because the Ace is like that new start on the heels of the challenges. So that's what we're getting. And again, Justice. We have Justice with that 5 of Wands in reverse showing up again. The Lovers in reverse right behind that showing up again. 5 of Swords in reverse showing up again behind that too. So again, this is going to, for this to happen, it will likely involve some sort of challenging, difficult conversation, communication for some of us, where somebody's going to have to apologize, promise to make things right, you know, and be very emphatic and genuine about their intentions. What blessing can we expect in time for the full moon? Queen of Swords, upright. So this is somebody who is disciplined. This is somebody who is a great decision maker. She is diplomatic, and she doesn't take any bullshit. You may have thought she's been cold to you. So if you are been dealing with somebody who you felt like, you know, they're just being very cold, they iced me out, they've locked me out, then the blessing would be, you know, either that's the blessing that good, they've cut ties with you, or you've cut ties with them, or that they are going to, you know, soften up a bit and willing to work with you. Because again, this is coming out very positive. I asked about the blessing, and it's coming out with the Six of Wands. This could also be literal success, specifically for a Queen of Swords or Queen of Swords type, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone like into those traits or attributes, finally getting her recognition, finally getting her just due, finally getting, you know, her awards, her rewards, her accolades, her abundance, her success, her win, whatever it is, all of the above. People making it known, name ringing bells on all of that. And that's what I have for you for this Scorpio new moon and partial solar eclipse. I hope that you find it helpful, and I will be back with more stuff. Namaste.